What's going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, before we hop into the actual commentary, I just want to let you guys know that you are watching some World at War today, Call of Duty 5, and we're going to be rocking the PPSH, probably the hipfire machine of this video game. And the map that we're playing on is Airfield. Now, a lot of people don't really care for the larger scaled maps in Modern Warfare, but World at War is when large scaled maps were done correctly. Airfield, along with all of the other maps in this game, are just outstanding maps. Large-scale maps, but the flow of them is just so good. You know, that's why I always enjoyed large-scale maps compared to the 3-lane maps. 3-lane maps, at a certain extent, it just feels like a reskin over and over and over again because there's not much variety you can use with a 3-lane map. There's only 3 lanes. But when you have a large open battlefield, like you're watching right here on Airfield, there's tons of different things that the developers can do, unique ideas that these developers can put out into this game or into this map to make it feel like its own style of map. Treyarch always nailed that in all the World at War maps, but I'm getting besides the point. Today we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And a lot of people have already known about this. There's actually been rumors that have been leaked about this previously. But before, the leaks were saying that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered was coming without a multiplayer. So it's going to be campaign only, which me personally in the moment I was kind of okay with, because after seeing Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, God have mercy, it was just a crap show for me. I just didn't care for the game. The microtransactions completely ruined it. It just wasn't a good remastered game. And with Modern Warfare 2 coming out, I feel like Activision is going to do the same exact thing. But seeing how they handled the microtransactions in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2K19, I'm hoping that they take the same exact path with this game, and they will no longer screw up the remastered titles. But this leak was from a user named Okami, and this user has leaked previous things as well, including the gunfight beta, which came out to be true. And he also is leaking that Warzone is supposed to be coming out on the 10th of this month. And he also claimed that once it releases on the 10th of this month, we will definitely believe that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered will be coming out by the end of this year. Now, like I said, this is all rumors. None of this stuff is true. This is just something from a user who is pretty credible from what we know. But it's nothing set in stone. Activision hasn't come out and said, yeah, we have Modern Warfare 2 Remastered already ready to go, and we're going to give it to you guys at the end of this year. No, they never said anything. We're just taking this guy's word for it just because he has some pretty reliable leaks. But of course, we're going to have to wait until the 10th of this month comes around to see if Warzone actually does drop on that date. And if it does drop on that date, then that means he is right about his leaks, and that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered will more than likely be coming at the end of this year. Now, that doesn't really make too much sense to me, honestly, because as you guys know, there's already plans for the next Call of Duty game to be made by Treyarch, which is coming out as, you know, Call of Duty 2020. So how are they going to release a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered if Call of Duty 2020 is going to be designed by Treyarch? Now, when Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered came out, it was still in the production of an Infinity Ward game. You know, Infinite Warfare came out alongside of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. It's not like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 dropped and then they came out with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. No, they were both Infinity Ward titles. So if Call of Duty Black Ops 5 or whatever Treyarch is working on this time around, it would make more sense that they would release a Black Ops Remastered or a World at War Remastered, because the developers who are making the current game in 2020 are the same developers who made the Black Ops series and World at War. It seems kind of odd that if Black Ops 5 is coming out in 2020, they're going to be releasing a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Now, this just goes on to one of my older videos that I made, where I think that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2K19 is going to be lasting for a 2-year cycle. Now, a lot of people are not really happy with this, including myself, because the devs are not listening to anything that we're saying, but this would make the most sense to me. You know, Modern Warfare is probably not going to last the absolute longest. They're going to try to push out content as long as they can, but I'm assuming that whatever Call of Duty 2020 is going to be will probably be pushed back, maybe 3-4 more months, maybe be pushed back into 2021. Who knows? And when I say 2021, I mean like early 2021, like January, February, sometime around that. But then obviously, you know, they missed the whole holiday season. So that wouldn't be a very smart move by Activision. I'm sure if they skipped Call of Duty 2020, they would probably postpone it a full year and wait until 2021 comes around for the next holiday season. And also from what we know, this game has been done for a very long time. You know, this hasn't just recently been done and they're going to release it the second they finish Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. No, we know from past experiences that Activision holds on to these remastered games so they can use them whenever a game flops or just whenever they desperately need something to make some cash. And if that's the case, then they're releasing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, that means something negative is going on. That means Activision is predicting something in the future that's going to possibly bring a downfall in cash and probably a lot of people leaving the whole Call of Duty scene because nothing is going to be going on. Maybe Call of Duty Black Ops 5 is being postponed, or maybe it's just failing altogether, or maybe they think that Black Ops 2020 or Black Ops 5, whatever Call of Duty 2020 is going to be, is going to flop. Maybe they think it's just going to be an absolute failure, just like Infinite Warfare turned out to be. Even though, me personally, I thought Infinite Warfare was pretty cool. But as you guys know from the trailer, it was an absolute disgrace. And since it turned out to be an absolute disgrace, you guys already know what they had to do. They pulled out Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, put it in as a bundle, and that's how they got the majority of their sales off of that game. And I have a very, very bad feeling that we're approaching the same exact situation. Call of Duty 2020 is either going to be a flop, Treyarch can't finish it in time, or something negative is going on, which means that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is going to have to come in, save the day, and that's not good. Because if that's the case, if Activision is relying on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered to be their saving grace from, you know, a game flopping, that means they're going to monetize the living hell out of this game. And I don't want that. When I think of a remastered video game, I think of the same exact game that I played so many years ago. And it was so disappointing when I saw them change everything in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, adding in all these DLC weapons, adding in loot boxes. What was the point behind all of that? What was the reason behind all of that? There was none. It's a remastered game. The whole point of remastering it is so the old school Call of Duty fans could revisit it for that nostalgia feeling. And if anything else, is for the younger crowd or people who are new to the Call of Duty franchise, or anybody who's just coming in late into the Call of Duty scene who didn't get to experience some of these older titles. It allows them to try it out, see what the game was all about. But here they are with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered, sending out false information saying, yeah, it was loot boxes in COD 4. It was all these different weapons in COD 4, when in reality, it wasn't. Activision is just adding stuff in so they can make an extra buck. And I have a very bad feeling Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is going to run into the same exact situation. They're going to use this game as their main source of monetization so they can make money, since they know that either the next Call of Duty game is going to do poorly in sales, or maybe the next Call of Duty game just won't be done in time, but Activision is going to need that check, and the best way to get that check is to sell Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Now, I don't know if they're going to do it the same way that they did with Call of Duty 4 and sell it as a bundle. Like I said, it doesn't make sense to sell Call of Duty 2020, which is rumored to be Black Ops 5. It doesn't make sense to sell Black Ops 5 with Modern Warfare 2 Remastered as a bundle. That just doesn't add up to me. So what I think is either they're going to completely make it free to play. Anybody could download Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and give it a shot, which I highly doubt. Or the next best option, which they're probably going to do, is sell the game for like 30-40 bucks, and you can buy Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and then obviously they're going to go ahead and monetize it, probably add in different weapons, and add in different perks, and different everything. They're just going to change the game. It's not going to be Modern Warfare 2 like we all know and love. But at the end of the day, will I honestly be mad about this? No, I mean, I enjoy Modern Warfare 2. It's a fun game, and I still play it to this day. It's a lot of fun. And yes, it's definitely a campy game. It's a very noob-friendly game. It's very obnoxious. And I have a bad feeling that a lot of people think too highly of Modern Warfare 2. And if they do remaster it, people are going to be complaining and whining and saying it's too campy and it's too noob-friendly. And they're going to say, oh, it's not like how it was in the old days. Everybody, no. Trust me. It's going to be some bad news for a lot of people who are thinking that it was a very fast-paced game. But for players who know what Modern Warfare 2 is, and for players who still play Modern Warfare 2 till this day, just like me myself, it's going to be awesome to see a game that's very iconic to me, especially in my childhood. I loved Modern Warfare 2 back in its prime when I was very younger. And just to see that game with upgraded graphics and a better engine, it's just going to be fascinating. I felt the same way with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remastered. Even though they kept adding in stuff and making it all corny and everything, and it didn't play as good as the original Call of Duty 4, and I still play the original Call of Duty 4 much more than a remastered version. I don't even touch the remastered version. But it's still nice to hop on and see those cool graphics and see how the game looks with upgraded everything. And it's going to be the same exact feeling for Modern Warfare 2. It's going to be a nice experience. Is it something that I'm going to want to dedicate all my time to hitting last prestige again and unlocking all the calling cards and going on nasty nuke streaks and getting all my emblems? No, it's not going to be a grind like that. But is it something that I'm going to enjoy hopping on every once in a while just for old memory's sake? Yes, I probably will enjoy that, but we're going to have to see how it all turns out, and we're going to see what the price tag is on this game. We still don't know if this is confirmed, we still don't know if this is true. Activision hasn't said a word about Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and if they do, we don't even know what's going to happen. If it's going to be bundled with another game, if it's going to be sold separately, what's the deal with it? But guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to go ahead into the comments section and let me know your opinions on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. Do you think it's coming at the end of this year? Do you think it's not coming? And if it is coming, do you think that it's going to be free to play? Do you think we have to put a price tag on it? What's the whole deal with it? But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like. If you hate it, go dislike it. If you're brand new and enjoy what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. Also, if you just want to chat with me, see what I'm talking about with video games, you can follow me over on Twitter, @JbowenDaMan. And also, if you just want to catch me live streaming, I do that over on Twitch, @JbowenDaMan. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.